So I've just finished looking at the stars for 2024, and I have published a big overview for all of us. And I've also done sign by sign previews, and you can find all of that on my website at northernbeachesastrology.com. 2024 is a really interesting year. It's actually shifting us towards 2025, which is a major year coming up where we have all three outer planets and Saturn and the nodes and Jupiter all changing signs. And this is really going to be a bit of a shift into a new era. So 2024 is kind of wrapping things up whilst also giving us a bit of a preview of where we're headed. The biggest news this year is really Pluto shifting into Aquarius. Now, you've probably heard astrologers banging on about this, and this is a process of sort of toing and froing between Capricorn and Aquarius that's already been going on for quite a while. So we had 3 months of this energy in 2023 from March through to June. Then at the moment, Pluto's back in Capricorn, and from January in 2024, it shifts into Aquarius. So it does then dip back September till November in 2024. It's going to shift back into Capricorn for one last time before permanently being in Aquarius. And this is really enormous energy. Like, I can't understate how important this is going to be. All those topics that started popping up last year are going to come back, and they're going to revolutionize our society. So the main one at the moment, and everyone can really see, is AI. And it is going to come through and completely change how we live. We're also going to be looking at pressures in communal and collective structures, the housing crisis, inequality in financial situations for people. All those topics are going to really come to the forefront. I will just point out that the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was the time of the French Revolution, the American War of Independence, all those types of energies where people can band together and work together for different outcomes. So, as I say, it's a really important sort of 20 years coming up. But first, back to 2024. So we've got that energy happening. We've got the Pluto shifting into Aquarius, and that's really the big one. But there are a couple of other notable points in the year that we should really pay attention to. We've got Jupiter and Uranus having a conjunction in April, late April, April 22. And this is a real freedom and sort of rebellion type of energy. And we could see some really interesting new inventions or innovations with technology that are going to be really helpful. Look to find this in your chart, and you'll see the house where it's in Taurus. So find your Taurus house in your chart, and you'll be able to see where this kind of energy might be giving you a little bit of a shake up, a little bit of a wake up call, where you could make some really good progress this year. The actual conjunction date ties in Black Moon Lilith and also Mars. So we could see something happening here around female power. There could be some excellent progress made, helping women battle domestic violence, that type of thing. It is, again, working with that collective energy, doing things differently. There is an anger underlying the energy around these dates. On May 26th, we have Jupiter changing signs, moving into Gemini. And for me, this is where the year sort of splits in two. And this is the start of the new energy coming in that's going to be more prevalent in 2025. We're working in the early degrees of Gemini, which is going to be where Uranus moves into next year. Gemini is all about information gathering and learning and curiosity and thinking. So you can see a lot of effort and intellect going into solving some of the problems about how we live that isn't working out so well for us at the moment. Once Jupiter has moved into Gemini, it comes up and makes a really interesting trine to Pluto, which is now in Aquarius. So we're in air signs now. We're getting away from the earth sign dominance of previous sort of decades. With Jupiter coming to trine Pluto, it is a sort of personal growth time. It's quite a greedy connection between these planets. We want more, we're motivated to try and achieve more. So, it's looking like quite a reformist type energy, really inspired, really good opportunity to make some good personal progress. So the dates for this: early June. We've also got a Sun-Venus conjunction, again in Gemini, in those early degrees of Gemini. So all of this is really laying the groundwork for 2025. But in some ways, it's quite a calm year at the same time. So we do have the usual sort of eclipse cycles. We've got eclipses on March 25, April 9, September 18, and October 3. 3 of these are across the Aries Libra axis. We had a couple of them already in 2023. But we do then have the one on September 18 is sneaking into the Pisces Virgo axis. So that's at 25 degrees of Pisces. If you have planets or points around that part of the zodiac, then you can expect that they're going to have some beginnings and endings around this time. It's sort of a wild card energy, comes in and shakes things up a little bit. If you want to read more about all of this stuff, so head to northernbeachesastrology.com and you can read all about a general overview or sign-by-sign breakdowns of what to expect in the coming 12 months. And of course, if you're worried or interested in what's coming up for you in 2024, book a session. I'll be here sort of later in January and we can have a look at how all of these energies are going to apply to you and your chart.